How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Planescape Torment. I just escaped this opening prep room here, and I'm just kind of creeping around. Morte here has told me that maybe I shouldn't go killing everything I come across, so I'm gonna go slowly. Bloodstains, rust, and other remains cover the surface of this metal slab. It is much larger than most of the other slabs and is sitting on a platform that allows it to be rotated. Oh, this is a creepier room. This seems like maybe this is like a final dissection thing. This is like makes me think they're on display almost. It's kind of the sense I get. Oh, good. I have my key works here as well. Let's go explore some of these shelves and everything and see what we can find maybe. Oh, there's a lot of workers around here. I'm not sure if they have eyeballs. I have eyeballs, and so I can actually see. Oh, and Morte told me that they wouldn't attack me unless I attacked them. Dhall. I'm not sure if this is one of the caretakers. I don't know if I want to draw attention. Hey, this guy's covered. This body's completely covered by a rough dark cloth. Made me think maybe it was important. This one's mummified. This corpse has been completely wrapped in bandages like a mummy. I'm one step ahead of you, Nameless One. I know all this. Did it say tough cough? He's coughing like a tough guy? Tough guy coughs. Alright, what's up, Dhall? So this must be my assessment of what he looks like. There's no quotes or anything here. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his squill pen. I want to talk to this guy. I'm curious what kind of things he's making notes of. Maybe he could give me a few tips on keeping a good journal. Greetings. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak with this scribe. He might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling your bone box with dusties should be the last thing. Before Morte can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down, and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. Could he maybe use a Heimlich? Could I help him out? Maybe get a favor in return? And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we give this place the laugh, Before Morte can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hang heavy upon me, restless one. He places down the quill, but I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? Know you? There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one, no more than you have known yourself. He is silent for a moment. For now you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always the question, and the wrong question as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. Cough, cough. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I am Dhall. Perhaps you can answer some questions.
Updated my journal.
Gotta make sure that journal is updated. What would you wish to know? What is this place? How did I get here? That's a good one. Can you tell me how to get out of here? I could probably figure that out. Do you know who I am? That's the first one. Maybe I'll show some concern for him first thing. I am close now to the true death, restless one. Oh, so maybe there's like levels of death? I will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find the peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. The plains hold no more wonders for one such as I. The eternal boundary. Are you certain there may be some way I could help you? Maybe. I do not wish to live forever, nor live again, restless one. I could not bear it. Well, I have some other questions. What do you do here? I am a little curious. I am a scribe, a cataloger of the shells that come to the mortuary. As long as the stream of corpses flows through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. You say I have been here more than once. How is it that the dustmen do not recognize
Updated
me?
my journal.
I'm the one that catalogs the shells that come to our halls, Restless One. And then he steadies himself. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe with me. Tell me more about the mortuary. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. It is our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead, those who have left this shadow of life and walk the path to true death. Dhall's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted a heavy toll if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. Wounds, Sigil... I'll ask about the Sigil. Sigil is our fair city, Restless One. Tell me more about the mortuary. This is where the... I really want to try to commit it to, like, not doing voices for every characters, but some sort of consistency. I shouldn't be saying, tell me more about the mortuary. It seems delightful. I do want to try and keep some kind of, like, tone, at the very least, in line with these characters, if not a voice. And so, in the future, I'll try and keep that in check. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. Yes, I read that already. Tell me about the true death. True death is non-existence, a state devoid of reason, of sensation, of passion. He coughs and gives a ragged breath, a state of purity. Hey, almost makes it sound nice. Sounds like oblivion. Why would anyone want that? I don't know, I kind of get it. You don't want to live forever. Tell me more about the mortuary. Shadow of life. That sounded interesting. Yes, a shadow, you see, Restless One. This life, it is not real. Your life, my life, they are shadows, flickerings of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die, and here we remain, trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death. What makes you think this life isn't real? What makes you think this life is real? Look inside yourself. Do you not feel something lacking? This is purgatory. There is only sorrow here, misery, torment. I had to. These are not the elements that make up life. They are part of the cage that traps us in this shadow. I think your fatalism has gotten the better of you. Those elements are part of life, but not the whole of it. Cage us how? Enough of your philosophy. What does all the talk have to do with me waking up here? I'm kind of starting to push further in that direction of things. Dhall shakes his head. Passions carry weight. They anchor many to this shadow of life. As long as one clings to emotion, they will be continually reborn into this life, forever suffering, never knowing the purity of true death. I see. How does one escape the cycle of rebirth and achieve this true death? Yeah. How do I achieve true death? Kill your passions. Strip yourself of the need for sensation. When you are truly cleansed, then the cycle of rebirth will end and you achieve peace. Past these shells of ours, past the eternal boundary, lies the peace that all souls seek. The eternal boundary. The boundary between the shadow of this life and the true death. I think that I may have some other questions. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if I fully understand exactly what is done here and why some people are being, like, dissected and things like that. I feel like I've already read that. I think I've learned everything I wanted to from Dhall. He had a lot to say. As you turn to leave, Dhall speaks. Know this, I do not envy you, Restless One. To reborn as you would be a curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point, your path will return you here. Dhall coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things, flesh and bone. Then perhaps we'll meet again, Dhall. Although he seems pretty close to his own death, and so it seems like he's probably not going to last a whole lot longer. What if I just investigate what one of these guys has? Oh man, does every individual, like, zombie in this place have its own story that you can read into? This walking corpse has the numbers 1094 carved into its forehead. Its mouth has been sewn tightly shut. Must have been a real talkative fella, and the chemical reek of fresh formaldehyde hangs in an overpowering cloud around it. Despite the pallid, sunken features and lifeless, milky eyes, it is clear this was once a handsome young man. So, anything interesting going on? What's up? The corpse continues to stare at you. Leave the corpse in peace. That is very intriguing. The extent to which I can talk to people. This gate looks sealed shut. There's no lock or other means of opening it. Wonder what they had on the far side of that. What's this spastic little guy up to? He seems maybe he's upset about something. What's your story, buddy? The smell of formaldehyde emanating from this corpse is particularly strong. It smells like it was applied recently, and with good reason. The corpse appears to be in an advanced stage of decay. Her jaw is missing, and some of the flesh has slid off her skull, revealing the number 1072 chiseled into the bone. Oh god, they can't even tattoo it anymore? They had to straight up chisel it? I think this one's seen better days. The corpse does not respond to your voice. The fact it has no jaw may have something to do with it. Either that, or it simply has nothing to say. Seems like none of them are all that talkative. Farewell, then. Psst, you see the way she was looking at me? Huh? You see that? The way she was following the curve of my optical bone? What are you talking about? You mean that blank-eyed beyond the grave stare? Are you blind? She was scouting me out. It was shameless the way she wanted me. I did not expect talking to this one guy to branch into a whole other thing, but I'm really pumped about it. I thought all of them were going to be little one-off readings. Wanted to go away, maybe. She was obviously too distracted by me to pay attention to some stupid bobbing head with a big mouth. I think you're imagining things. She's a zombie, a corpse, a dead person. You probably didn't even register to her senses. I think you and your imagination need some time away from each other. I don't really want to say necessarily that I'm interested, because it sounded like she was pretty fucking disgusting, so I'm instead going to lean more towards I think you're an imagination, and you need some time apart. Yeah, whatever. When you've been dead as long as I have, you know the signals. They may have been too subtle for you to pick up on, but that's why I'll be spending my nights with some luscious, recently dead shit while you're standing around going, huh? What's going on? Where's my memories? That's fucking... Morte. Morte's a dickhead. Huh? What's going on? It's funny because it's the sort of shit he regularly says. Whatever, Morte. Let's go. That's another one he likes to say. He's got an Optimus Prime thing going on. He really likes to go places. Alright, well, I don't want to stop and talk to every single one of those. I do kind of want to, but I do also want to adventure further into the game. My intrigue is torn in both directions, and I'm going to vote to explore a little bit further. That's where something was sealed off. So that little tight area there must have held something at some point. What are you up to? You're not even working. Now I gotta go talk to this zombie because they're not doing anything. They might be doing something curious. This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room, facing the wall. Yeah, it was interesting. I'm glad it wasn't just a weird random thing that particular zombie AI happened to be doing. This is a planned thing. That's why I'm interested. That's why I want to see what's up. He looks to have been a heavyset man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it's serving as a librarian, for it's carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Ooh, maybe you could hook me up with a journal or something? The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the texts, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it in there to hide it. You're just going to snatch up that page just right in front of the zombie here? The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. Read through it. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Read notes and stuff, place them in your inventory. Examine the zombie again, see if there's anything new to see there. No, nothing new to say. Examine the books again. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them, blah, blah, blah. How did you become a librarian? All the other jobs taken? The corpse stares blankly at the wall. Oh, okay, I must have already grabbed the sheet. I was sitting here trying to grab the sheet. So, let me read the log page. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is, quite lengthy. I don't know if I'll read the entire thing. I might scan through it and see if there's anything of particular interest. So it's a log of the different number of bodies coming through here. I'm not sure exactly what the fifth night is, but there's corpses, drunks, skeletons, things coming through with the cause of death, and then some of them have a lot of possessions. Ooh, as with previous entries, these shells Farod have brought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked that Initiate Emoric launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry for this guy upcoming, is one of Farod's gang. I have seen the individual before, and I would ask Emoric to pay heed to how the man died. Oh, so this has to be me then. I'm a tiefling, I suppose. Cause of death, slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot. Ghoul claws? Collector, Farod. 3 commons paid, no possessions. Stripped, knife marks evident from dissection. So that's gotta be me, right? I must be 16542. I'm part of Farod's gang, and I'm supposed to pay attention to how I died. Slash marks, discoloration, ghoul claws. Okay. I guess maybe he'll update that in his journal. Oh, my current quests are just find Farod, find the missing journal. Oh man, this journal is quite lengthy. There is going to be a lot filled in here. Oh, you can search it. That's handy, because otherwise this seemed like it was going to add up to like a ridiculous amount very quickly. I wonder if it's time I leave the mortuary. Oh, here's a door. All right, so I can keep wandering around in this circle here. Oh man, it's just more, even bloodier in here than elsewhere. Hey, a non-zombie character. Let's maybe have some quick words with ei-vene. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck make her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing organs. Jesus Christ. I guess that's easier than tools, is to have some ghoul with claw fingers. What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response.
My journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins. Oh, so maybe it was that last journal entry there, that last entry in that page was a tiefling, and so I thought maybe I was a tiefling. Now I'm wondering maybe my character isn't. Usually because some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another, makes some of them addled in the head, addled looking too. Tap the woman to get her attention. I'm kind of interested. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Greetings? She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You. She clacks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here, to ei-vene. Go, go, go. You've been assigned a quest. I have some questions first. She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you. I got myself a first quest, other than just like the larger story quests. I think the dusty chip might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands? Okay, yeah, it's just the whole tiefling thing. Well, next time, guys, I guess I'll be going and looking for some stitches and embalming stuff to help her out with this this corpse that she's really splaying out there. Sounds like she's really ripping it to shreds, and oh, I can't wait to get in there and help her out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.